I was checking out Pinterest, as one does for inspiration and ideas. And while I was scrolling along, I stumbled upon this genius idea. And I said, I'm Anna and I'm going to make a wood shim table runner. At Home Depot, the wood shims come in two different sizes, 8 inches and 15 inches. I bought the 15-inch size. Before sanding, I sorted through the pack. Some of the pieces are way too rough to be usable, and some still have bark, like live edges. Those I set aside for a future project maybe. If you are wanting a cohesive look, you'll need to buy a couple packs. So, sanding, there's lots of it. These are construction shims, and they aren't finished at all. I hand sanded everything. The pieces are so thin, I felt like a power sander would eat right through them. I started with 80 grit and then moved on to 120. I didn't bother with anything finer. Just based on the wood material, I know this is going to have a rustic look. I wasn't going to try to force this to look like something it can't. This is rustic. It's never going to look modern or polished. It's just rustic. But there's still a lot of sanding. It was a workout. I've been spoiled by my rotary sander.
I'm staining the shims with Flagstone by Varathane. I've used this stain on a few projects already, and I really like the shade. It has enough color so the wood doesn't look bare, but it's not so dark that it gets lost on my dark furniture. Yes, I'm reusing a paintbrush from another project, and the bristles are a little too dry and stiff, but I just wanted to get one last use out of the brush. To me, this stain is the modern, updated replacement for honey oak. The stain first applies a bit opaque, but once you wipe the excess off, it accents the natural look of the wood while toning down any yellow or orange colors in the wood.
The shims are all dry, but there's a few things I need to do before I get to the really fun part of assembling the runner. First thing, I need to seal these with wax. So I have this dark wax, which is going to just antique things and kind of just make them look cool. And then this is the sealing wax that I'm going to use. So let's start. The other thing that needs doing is getting the base fabric ready. I picked up this felt fabric at Fabricland, but it's a bit too wide for what I need, so I'm going to cut it down to size. The shims will be glued onto the fabric, so it serves two purposes. One, as a base for me to glue things onto, and two, because it's soft, it'll protect the wood table. I'm ready to assemble. Because these are shims, there's a thick end and a thin end. And to get the fun undulating pattern, you alternate the thicknesses. But before I glue anything down, I want to lay it all out to make sure I like how the pieces fit together. The shims are all in place. I like how everything's looking, and all I have to do now is just glue. I'll be using hot glue because I know it's strong enough to hold the table runner together. And it sets quickly so my pieces won't get wonky as I move along. I have lots of glue sticks on hand, so let's start gluing. The runner's all done, and I didn't have any additional mishaps. I can't believe I glued one on the wrong way. I started by applying the glue to the shims, and then partway through I switched and applied the glue to the fabric and then put the shims on. I wouldn't say one way is better or easier, it's just personal preference. The only benefit that I can think of is maybe you'll make less mistakes if you put the glue on the fabric, because you only have to move your shim up and then put it back, so you won't make mistakes like mine. Sometimes I see ideas that I like, but I'm not sure of how to incorporate them into my home. So I'm going to style this runner a few different ways to hopefully give you some inspiration. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and leave a comment. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. And I'll see you soon with another project. And I'm wearing short sleeves, which means it's not a dead of winter in Canada. Woo. I love summer. Okay, anyways, does this make me look fat? I don't know. It's really cute on, actually. Maybe just sitting it's not as cute, but it's really cute. Anyways, I'm ready to assemble.